Welcome to Magical Mondays, guys. So in the channeled messages that were coming through, which is what this portion is about, before I get into the weekly card reading, I always like to do a little bit of channeling for the collective first. Orcas were coming through really strongly this week. And in Orca symbolism, they're heavily tied to community. They're heavily tied to pack, working in a pack, working with their family, traveling together, working together. So there may be a very strong draw to support network, to family, to building connections, to building a support network, building a support system that might be really prevalent this week. Or family might just be something that both the family you choose and the family that you cultivate, and the family that you have were all coming through. So that was the first portion. The activator that they gave me, and for those of you who are new here, activators are things that spirit will bring through that can help you navigate the energy. They give you a little bit of a boost in terms of handling the oncoming energy. So they don't always tell me why about the activators, but this week they did. And they said that they wanted to provide blessings. So that's what the activator was for. The activator this week is purple trinkets in your hair. I don't care what they are. Could be claw clips, could be butterfly clips, could be little tiny butterfly clips or whatever, something that is just purple was really what they were bringing through. Purple and in your hair. You could probably use a purple hat. But they mentioned in particular clips adorning the hair. So hair jewelry, anything like that could be really useful. But the purpose of it was to help you cut through density, but also to bless you. So if you're using something like a luck oil or something like that on the clips, even better. But they wanted to bring in blessings. They wanted to reconnect you to magic and source energy. And that will help you stay connected through any difficulties in the week ahead and kind of just help you stay grounded, in a sense. Grounded and connected to source was kind of the vibe. But it was also providing blessings. So they were also using this activator to lighten the emotional load and help you stay connected to clarity and magic in times of difficulty. The other activator they gave me was a scent, and it was anything with a salt note. So good, vanilla vibes from Julia has a pew could be really useful here, or anything that has that salt beachy note. I've been wearing Isla Serena and it has a salt note. And yeah, something with just a little bit of salt. And they said that this one was for purification. The reason why is because there was a heavy cleansing theme to this week. And I feel like the salt is going to help us be able to see the truth in something and kind of stay connected to that truth. Again, if there's times of difficulty or if you're just needing more clarity. So there's a lot of heart opening this week. There was a really heavy focus on the heart chakra this coming week. So anything you can do around opening the heart chakra, receiving would be ideal. But there's just this beautiful blessing energy. And we're under some pretty good aspects right now, astrologically. Some very benefic Jupiter and Venus, if I'm not mistaken, aspects. So that could be why. Anytime that you can get to really connect with yourself and be in that gratitude and open your heart will really just move you forward and help you call in more good. The other thing that they were bringing through is time spent with trees, maybe leaning up against one. But the trees are serving a purpose. So always ask a tree before you lean on it. But there was a sense of the tree sorting information. You were leaning against the tree and the tree was working in your energy field to just take out what doesn't serve and sort it so you could have more clarity. There might be a lot of focus on tasks this week and there might be a lot of intensity going on. And it was just a sense that they could help you kind of categorize and move what you needed to. So the trees are wanting to help this week. So always ask their permission, but they're wanting to help. There was a heavy focus on sorting out emotions too, coming in from the trees. There was also a sense of needing a really deep cleanse or reset, which could be the salt as well. There's a lot of heaviness in the collective that needs to just be moved off, moved through, taken away, lightened. Maybe you guys have been carrying something really heavy. So they were bringing through swimming, which also relates probably back to the orcas. But they mentioned it might be a great time for an uncrossing bath if that's something that you guys do, or a bath with Epsom salts, again with the salt as an activator, but just to reconnect with yourself, but really cut off some of that weight that's being carried right now. Some of you, and I was told this is very specifically for only some of you, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't with anything that comes through here. You'll know if it's for you, but this in particular is for a niche group. Some of you have a situation in your life where there's nothing you can do to influence it, and it's being run by the divine, and it's literally only time. Your job is to stay steady enough through that movement. So this is why they're providing the advice there might be a situation that's totally out of your control, and they're asking you to stay steady through that and cut the heaviness. So they like mentioned just any tools that can help you cut heaviness. So if you're recognizing yourself in this message, energy mastery is a great tool for that. So the sessions that I would look at for cutting heaviness would be the releasing tension session. There's a lot in the health session, like the brain bubbles mind cleanse could be really useful. The energy purge session could be really useful. And there's a 7-day free trial, which I'll post below. But these sessions just help you navigate density. Like the weightless heart would also be useful for this. Just some tools that can help you move off that heaviness. So there's also the reset, like have you tried turning it off and on again session that can be really useful for something like this. There's also control to clarity. If you're needing to just release something that you can't control and be in surrender, that's the session that I would recommend for that. And again, that's all in energy mastery, and the free trial is going to be right below. There was something coming online for some of you too, something creative, something that has been buried a long time. And it's sort of like you're allowing a part of yourself to resurface. And because Source can access more of you, there's more gifts opening up and more receiving because of that. The more you explore this side, the more Source is going to be able to get more of you online. What happened was you likely went through a lot of trauma related to this gift, creative expression part of you, and you shut it down. And now you're bringing it back in. So Source is able to reach that part of you again. And the more parts of you that come back online, the more you are aligned with who you are in the eyes of Source. So more blessings to be had. Even if other people don't like those parts of you, cutting off parts of you is not ideal. You know what I mean? You always learn that lesson after you've already done it though, but for those of you that this resonates with, maybe take some baby steps into areas you've been drawn to that might be feeling like parts of your old self, because there's beauty and blessings in it for you. For some of you, there's people trying to convince you of something. Like there's a sense of everyone's opinions are in your ear. Everyone's opinions are in your ear. Yak, yak, yak. And there's a lot of tension in the ears. And so Spirit was just showing like throwing water at the ears. Not that I'm recommending that, but like, you know, making extra attention to your ears when you're showering, when you're clearing, or when you're smudging, or any energy clearing you're doing, really asking for help clearing out the ear chakras, which are right outside of your ears, because there's just so many people trying to sway you and so many different opinions, and it's making it hard for you to discern what you need to discern, but also it's just a lot of energy. Even though you can push their words out of the way and be like, hey, you know what, I don't agree with you, there was also this sense of just that energy really taking a toll on you. So if that's the case, again, I'd look into energy mastery too. I've got some great cleansing experiences with Archangel Michael that can really help with that. But you are being asked to just cleanse the opinions of others away and the energy away, so you can just stay sovereign in your field, stay yourself, because what you're going through is really important and you need to keep your wits about you. So that's kind of, they want you to stay honored to your truth. Okay, so the last channel message that was coming through before we get into the reading was there's a need to just let go for a lot of you here. Whether you're needing to just deeply breathe out and realize that nothing can be controlled right now, or if you're just needing some time and space to yourself, they're encouraging you to take that. This is a time of surrender for y'all right now, and just allowing things to be as they are. It's very don't mind the mess, because when you have the energy to take care of the mess, you will. Right now, you need to just walk through it and get through it. And that's going to be your most important focus. You aren't able to control anything going on outside of you at this time. So just allowing yourself to walk through it and kind of don't mind the mess and then take care of it. It doesn't matter what it looks like to anybody else. What matters is that you're getting through it, is really what they're saying. And you'll catch up when you need to catch up. If you take this approach, you'll be able to avoid stagnation. If you get caught up in trying to micromanage or fix, you're going to get stuck and you're going to stagnate. And that's not what Spirit wants for you right now. So again, use the activators, right? Like they're going to help you with that energy. So, I mean, might be a time for a trip to Dollarama for some Epsom salts and some butterfly clips, you know? So that being said, we're going to get into the reading for the week. Welcome back to Magical Mondays. So good to see you. Okay, so let's see what's up for the collective this week, Spirit. What do they need to... Not half the deck, please and thank you. What do they need to know? Thank you so much. Okay. So, the first thing that comes to mind is really needing to just sit in silence. If you receive, the answers you want are going to come to you, but you need to create that space for receptivity. And I know a lot of people don't like that because a lot of people are resistant to slowing down, but your body actually really needs it, especially if you're a channel. Your body needs that because it's how it integrates that information. You'll receive the downloads when you're at rest. They'll pop up when they're ready. But if you're not taking that time to rest or just allow yourself space, you're going to find that you might not be receiving as much. There are answers that are really wanting to come to you this week, and they're going to put you exactly where you need to be. So that's kind of importance right now. This is all about uncertainty. Now, this is coming through in the channeled messages, but there may be some things this week that you're just not sure about what your next move is. You're going to receive it. Don't try to think it through. Don't try to logic it out. Just receive it. This is not a think situation. This is a relax, rest, and receive situation. I know it sounds crazy to slow down when you need answers to something, but you got to get into your divine feminine with it. That's when you're really going to see the things actually get solved. The divine masculine isn't working. If it was working, it would already be working. You need to take the radical opposite approach and just take time to receive. You are walking the path you're meant to walk here. Like, you're in the right place at the right time, and your team is walking with you. Just might need a different approach to receive the answers. This is a lot of things coming in this week that are new, and you might need to release some things. So it could be decluttering. It could be that you need to defrag your brain. And again, if you need to do that, if you need to organize your brain, check out Energy Mastery, the Brain Bubbles Mind Cleanse. It's really good for that. Again, free trial below. But you might have a lot of thoughts that are like coming up that are trying to show you something, and they might feel really negative. It's because that part of yourself needs to be cleared. It needs to be cleansed. And just kind of reflect on what they might be telling you. Like, oh, clearly I'm still struggling with this, or oh, I'm maybe carrying a dominant vibration of this, or I feel this way. There's information in those thoughts for you. It's not because you're supposed to entertain them. It's because they're trying to show you something. So take time to learn from your thoughts this week. Journaling could be really productive for you. And then there's areas of your life that you need to get your stuff together in, and they're causing you anxiety. But if you just tackle them, then you're not going to need to worry about them anymore. They're going to be off your chest. So that's really important for you right now. You need to just allow it to get off your chest. All right, let's see. What does the collective need to know this week? Thank you so much. Oh, there's one on the floor. 1 second, y'all. Don't mind my face. All right. Interesting. There may be some situations that you're told they're going to go down a certain way, but they're not. The information you might be receiving is not accurate in some way. And it's not that your information isn't accurate. Somebody around you might not be telling you the whole truth on something. There might just be some things that aren't as they seem. So if there's something in your life that's very heavy right now, or something you can't control, and that has been coming up again and again, there's more info than you realize right now. Just hold on tight. Hold on tight. There are some things this week that are going to feel scary, maybe a little unsettling, or just like the ground is shaking beneath you. And I'm not telling you this to scare you or anything. It's more, there's a reason for it. You have to just hold on through it. And when you get to the end, you'll understand. But something is being shaken up this week for you. There may be some type of blessing, something out of the usual, something that seems almost like miraculous or just really powerful, abnormal, out of the blue that comes up that you're like, whoa. So again, this is taking time. There's something unexpected that's positive in the situation ahead of you. But the hard part is not being connected to your support system. So again, this brings us back to the orcas. Reach out to the people around you. Don't let yourself go through this by yourself. You're not supposed to go through it by yourself. You're supposed to be working at connection. If you need help from spirit because you're not used to connection, that would be a really great question to ask them. Like, how can I find my support system? How can I lean into the people? Teach me how to be a connected person instead of an isolated person. And you might have an inclination to go through this situation on your own, and that's not what Spirit wants for you right now. What else, Spirit? Thank you so much. You might just need to be a kid. There might be a lot of stuff that's processing through you. That certainly was coming through in the channeled messages. You might just need to let loose and have some fun. And that might seem counterintuitive when things feel heavy or serious, but you need lightness this week is what they're really sharing. And taking that time to just allow yourself to play might really help you navigate everything coming up for you. There's money coming your way, maybe a decent amount of it, an opportunity coming your way. And so you might be really worrying about money, and Spirit is saying don't. That might be part of the heaviness you're feeling, is like lack of resources or like struggling with something. There's a boon or a blessing on its way to you. So don't sweat. Don't worry about it. Something's coming in. And what you're being asked to do is observe. Now, I love the web in this picture because the web says everything it needs to say to me. Because your web is how your thoughts connect into reality and manifest. That's what a web says to me in this context. Be mindful of how the actions you have manifest your reality, and then use it to your advantage. And Spirit is just asking you to observe it. Try a different way than usual, and observe it. Instead of getting lost in it, just observe it. Observe the signs you're receiving. Observe everything coming through, and you might find that you're connecting some really important dots this week that teach you how to manifest on a deeper level. You may find yourself really vulnerable. Now, that's probably the ear message for whoever that was for, the message about needing to cleanse your ears. Other people around you are feeling very intensely about whatever situation you're in, and they have all their thoughts and opinions about it and their emotions. Your job is to not change the way that you're showing up. Your job is to stay authentic to you despite how everyone else is acting. Again, check out Energy Mastery if you need help with that. That's what it's for. The sessions don't need meditation. They just need to be listened to, but they tie up the energy and get it off of you. And they help you navigate going forward. They help ground you. They help bring your team's assistants online, and they align you. So they're really useful in a situation like this. Energy Mastery was built to carry people through difficult times. That's what its nature is helping you navigate energy and learning how to master it, even if you don't like what's in front of you. So that's where the program shines, in my opinion. Your sleep. Get your sleep together. I don't care if it's melatonin. I don't know what it is. Your night habits are not it, my friend. And tonight's just feeling really active when I look at it. Like, there's restlessness. Maybe the temperature's not right. Maybe you're not comfortable. You're going to bed too late. Your team is telling you to get a hold of this now because you need your sleep and you need to prioritize it. There's a lot more that goes on for you, for this collective, in your sleep than you realize. There's a lot of deep healing and restructuring and organizing of the energy and purging that happens for you while you sleep. And that's not the case for everybody, right? Pardon me. It's just something that your team does for you. And if you're not getting enough sleep, they can't do that. And then you carry that energy into the next day. And then that just ends up making you manifest a boatload of ick. You might find life direction is coming in real hot this week. There may be some changes that you intuit about life purpose that come through this week. That will be really important for you. Okay. Let's check and see what else we got. I always like to pull these. I think they're very fun. They're more mindset based. What does the collective need to know about their mindset, about their feelings this week? What do they need to know? Just vibrationally. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. So this is just the entry card, which I think is interesting that this came out. This is the Law of Attraction deck from Abraham Hicks, I think. Hang on, don't quote me on that. It's the Law of Attraction cards. I lied to you. I'm so sorry. Anyway, it's great, especially when you're navigating your mindset. But this is all about being aware of the Law of Attraction. And if you're not familiar with that, definitely check out Abraham Hicks, because they really can give you a lot of information on that. But it's experimenting with the Law of Attraction in your life that they're wanting you to look at this week. Our little babies are also thinking beings. This might be for any of you that have children, that have pets. The child is thinking on the day it enters your environment, and so beliefs are easily transmitted from adults to children. The child is vibrationally receiving your fears and your beliefs even without your spoken word. So give thought only to that which you want, and your child will receive only the vibration of those wanted thoughts. You may find that your children or pets are really important to you this week, like in terms that you're really noticing they're picking up on your emotion. And you may find that you notice, for those of you who have children, that they are looking to you and that they might be copying your mannerisms in certain ways. You might notice behavioral patterns coming up. And if you don't want them to have those, then your job is to sit with them and go, okay, I know that I can be that way sometimes, but what I want you to understand is this. Like, let's say if you've been thinking about lack lately, and then you hear your child repeating things about, well, I can't have this, or we don't have enough money for this, etc., etc. It's your job to sit with them and go, to offer a different vibration, like daydream about what you want, or how could we get what you want? Maybe if we put your allowance towards X, we could make that work. There's something about whoever this is for, children, and how they reflect your thoughts, how they reflect your patterns, and helping them step into something different. Okay, so this is something that they recommend for people who are just starting out with them. Every morning for 30 days, I will intentionally intend. If every morning for the next 30 days, you begin your day by saying, I intend to see, I expect to see, no matter who I am with, no matter where I am, no matter what I am doing, I intend to see that which I want to see, you will change the momentum of your life experience. What I like to do every morning is, well, I do a couple of things that might be helpful to you guys if you're starting out with the law of attraction. Every day I sit down and I think about what I'm thankful for, and I think about it in great fucking detail. Like, if I'm wearing, like, a piece of clothing I really like, I'm going to think about how that piece of clothing benefits me, how it helped me during my day. If I'm, thinking about that I paid a bill, I'm going to thank the bill for what it gives me, for the energy it gives me. Like, for example, if I paid the hydro bill, I might think about how the hydro provides warmth for my family, or, knocks on the AC, which we're all probably really thankful for right now. How it, keeps my fridge lit, and how it enables the stove to cook for my family, and how thankful I am that I had enough money to pay for that service, and how thankful I am that I can have that service in my life. And this can really change you if you're somebody who focuses on lack, because it can really help you realize the things that you're like, ugh, I have to pay for that. You might not be seeing what they actually provide to you. So every day I like to take some time at the end of the day and think about all the things that I was really joyful about during my day, even if they're the smallest things. Through doing that, it does something else. It creates forward momentum to bring me more of those things. So if I'm thankful about how I paid my bills, well, then I'm going to have more money to pay my bills. I'm going to have more functionality from my hydro, or from this or that, or whatever I'm thinking. I do this with clothing a lot, and let me tell you how much I manifest clothing and sales out of nowhere. It's because I'm taking the time to cultivate it. It's like borrowing from a future bank from yourself and cultivating it. It always brings you more. And so that's a way to manifest things. They're talking about manifesting the life you want to live. So I'm going to bring this really close to you guys. If you want to screenshot it, I think it's mirrored, unfortunately. But I'll write it in the transcript below, so that way you guys can actually see it, because it's kind of mirrored, I think. At least in the reflection I'm looking at as this is filming, it's mirrored. So yeah, this is a great way to suggest it. Now, this is just a card deck that I bought from them. I bought it from Chapters. It's really useful. It can really help you train your brain. My appreciation of it attracts more of its essence to me. What did I just say? An extremely effective way of using your creative workshop. Your creative workshop to them is an exercise where you imagine yourself with everything you want. Let's say you went for a walk and this girl was laughing with her friend and she had this really cute bag. You could imagine that you had a friend like that and you were wearing that bag. And it's just envisioning yourself with the items. It's like playing Polly Pocket, okay? Like, imagine it's Polly Pocket and you're just like dressing them in the clothes that they want. You're imagining that it's you. This attracts that to you. And there's no resistance because it's just daydreaming. So it's actually very fast, too. An extremely effective use of your creative workshop is to ponder the aspects you appreciate regarding your most important subjects. Utilizing the workshop in this way accomplishes everything required for deliberate creation. Deliberate creation being like, I'm actively creating it. In your moments of appreciation and your emotions, you are allowing that which you desire to manifest into your life experience. So it's a way of calling things to you. And I love it because it's not high stakes. So let's see our last message for today. Attention to what is only creates more what is. Yeah. what you focus on grows. If you're focusing, like, where does your brain go on any given day? My brain is hyper aware of how I feel all the time. So if I'm feeling like I want something and I don't have it, I'm hyper aware of that in a way that somebody else might not be. And so I've really had to learn, when I take that time to appreciate at the end of the day, it brings me more of what I don't focus on, which is the positive. And through learning to cultivate how I think, and basically, if I have a thought I don't like, I'm going to reach for a thought that feels just slightly better. Like if I'm like, oh, I don't have money for such and such, I might think, yeah, but I have that cake in my fridge though. Damn, that's good. Like something that's related somehow, or just like a little bit better. Like, yeah, but you know what? There's been other times in life where that money has come through unexpectedly. It doesn't mean that it can't. Like just a step above, just a small step above. And the more that you practice that, the better that it gets. So many want to point out reality to you. They say face the facts, look at what is. And we say to you, if you're able to see only what is, then by the law of attraction, you will create only more of that. You must put your thoughts beyond what is in order to attract something more or something that is different. That's why I always take time appreciating things that I like, because it brings me more of what I like. And when I have more of what I like, I'm not focusing on the fact that I don't have what I like, you know? That, for me, that's a way that really works. For me, sitting down and daydreaming about things I don't have is harder, but I can do it. It's just something I'm not as drawn to. So I've had to kind of like figure out a way that works in my life and schedule to do that. And that's kind of what I came up with. So I hope you guys have the absolute best week. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them below and let me know how your week went. And I will see you next week.